What's going on, guys and gals? It's Mike Newer, aka What Mike Eats. Thanks for riding along with me again today. And I wanted to chat with you today about our youth and kind of in trouble when it comes to their health and their fitness. And they're not really moving quite as much as we used to, or I used to when I was a kid. Actually, that's kind of being nice. They don't move at all. The majority of them are stuck to iPads and video games and all kinds of nonsense, not playing ball in the street anymore, really. And even in school, gym class, most schools don't even have it anymore. Sometimes it's optional, and it's not setting them up for good, healthy habits later on in life. And I was reading a really interesting book called Spark, which is about the connection between mental health and your physical health and working out and whatnot. And it highlights a really cool case study in a town called Naperville, I believe it's in Illinois, and how they changed up gym class there. And they're not only one of the smartest districts now in the country and even in the world in some statistics and some of the standardized testing that they had taken, but they're also a lot healthier than the average kids. And some of the interesting things that they did when it came to structuring the gym class was to make it less intimidating and make it less performance-based and more effort-based. What do I mean by less intimidating? When I was in gym class, I graduated high school in 2001. So, back then, gym class could be a little rough. You had your cliques, you had your groups of, the jocks, the athletic guys. There was, the guys that were kind of dorky, that were embarrassed. Then there was the chubby kids that were embarrassed to change in the locker rooms, and the athletes would just dominate the gym class, and we even joke about it. Like, I used to laugh and say I was a gym all-star because I, running circles around the average kid, and it really does shit for their self-esteem. Imagine if you were a little bit chubby and you had to take off your shirt in the locker room in front of all your classmates, and they maybe teased you, and then you get out on the field and you get hit in the head with a dodgeball or something, and it's really could make you terrified and put a really bad association in your head with fitness, and you could be traumatized by it, quite frankly. And one of the cool things that this district in Naperville did was they made gym effort-based and not so much based on sports. So they were actually introducing kids to resistance training and working out and cardiovascular exercises, more so than just, hey, can you shoot a basketball? And they introduced heart rate monitors, which was really, really cool, because now they were able to judge people based off of their effort and how hard they were working versus how fast they could run a mile. And when I was in school, it was, okay, if you could run a mile in a certain amount of time, you got an A. If you ran it in, a real long time, you'd get like a D or a C or a crappy grade. And, someone that isn't in such great shape, they could be running their hardest. They could be busting their butt, working super hard, but they're still not as fast as someone who maybe, a little bit more athletic or a little bit more genetically gifted and is a better runner. So they started grading you based on your heart rates and how long you stayed up at a higher elevated heart rate, which is really awesome. And as a result, they have one of the healthiest classes in the nation. And I think that's really, really something that should be a model for other districts and other states to follow, and start making gym class more physical education and less about sports. Start teaching people how to eat better. There's nothing about nutrition. No physical fitness class I've ever taken has ever mentioned anything about eating. Even the health classes are just watered down bullshit. And it's not doing our kids any good. Aside from the fact that we're not really moving anymore, and with gym class, organized sports participation has gone down. Kids just want to sit around, and technology is a big part of it. And, technology is great in many aspects, but it's also a crutch. And it's also hindering our kids with their health. So I would really, really like to see more gym classes go towards physical fitness and physical education, and less running around on a field kicking a ball, and teach these kids and set these kids up for a long, healthy life of good habits. So that's my 2 cents on physical fitness and the condition of our youth in America. Let me know what you think. If you agree, let me know. If you think I'm crazy, tell me that too. But something's got to be done, because this is the first generation that they're saying is not going to live as long as the previous generation, which is really sad considering all the advances in medicine, and we should be living longer and longer, but not moving, eating sugar and processed crap. We're getting sedentary and fat and unhealthy and sick generation. Something needs to change. Be the change. This is What Mike Eats. Mike Newer, reminding you to lift healthy, lift heavy, eat healthy, and smile. And that was a blooper reel. I'm not redoing the video because I'm 6 minutes in, and I dropped a lot of wisdom. So we're going to leave it. Have a great day.